I want to show you the best accessory I've ever used with my Insta360 X5. It's this. What is this? It's the invisible dive case. Now, if you didn't know, the invisible dive case basically allows you to use your Insta360 X5, or I believe there's one for the X4 as well. You can use it underwater. This is such an amazing accessory. I wished I'd used it before. I wish I got it sooner. It allows you to create amazing underwater content, the likes of which I've never seen before or never experienced with any other kind of camera. The kinds of shots you can get with this are just beyond anything else, beyond like a GoPro or any kind of normal action camera. These shots that you're seeing here have all been shot in the last month or so on various trips that I went on, and it's literally me just attaching the invisible dive case to a invisible selfie stick and waving it around underwater and trying to not let go and lose it. And I managed to get some really epic shots. For me, I think these are some of the best shots I've ever made with a 360 camera. I may be a bit biased because I do just love swimming underwater. I love diving, I love snorkeling, so maybe I'm just a bit more excited than normal about it, but I really think this is an amazing way to create travel content or just unique stuff with your 360 camera. Now, for this, I'm using the Insta360 X5 with the invisible dive case, and now I'm going to show you how I set this up, how you use the dive case. It's actually really simple, and yeah, what you need to do to make sure you're getting the best shots. So firstly, when you get your dive case, you'll get the big plastic dome thing you see here, and you'll get these moisture absorbers which need to slot in to the sides. You'll see here where they slot in. The first thing I like to do is make sure the dive case is clean, particularly on the inside, because if there's any smudges or any dirt or sand, particularly if you're using it multiple times, then this will affect the video quality. So go ahead and open up your dive case, making sure all of those things are unlocked. You should be able to open it right up and just get some kind of cloth and clean the inside before you put your camera in. Now get these moisture absorbers. They come, when you buy the dive case, there's about 10 of them, I think, or there's a pack of them. Yeah, you just slot these in to the sides here, the sides of the dive case, and make sure they're just firmly secured. Sometimes they fall out when you open it up. So now your dive case is clean and you've got the moisture absorbers in there. Now you need to go into your camera settings, swipe down, swipe across until you find accessories. Now press the dive case button and it will ask you if you want to activate the dive case mode. You can see here also there's kind of a menu system telling you how to control the camera. It's basically just using the physical buttons. There's one to change between photos and videos and one to activate the shutter, but you can kind of change those around as you see here in the menu system, but I just leave it as it is. Now when you've activated the dive case mode, then all of the touchscreen will be disabled and only the buttons will work. So now you want to place your camera into the dive case, making sure that the buttons align with the buttons on the dive case. So they should be able to, so when you press those silver buttons, it will press the actual buttons on the camera itself. So it's pretty obvious which way it should go around. Now closing the dive case, making sure that all of those locks are firmly in place, these black plastic locks, they kind of clip in and you press them down. You should apply a bit of force. Make sure all 4 of them are firmly locked. They will snap in place when they are. Then you're pretty much ready to go. All you need to do is find one of these, like an invisible selfie stick. You should have one of these already if you have an Insta360 camera, and it just slots in at the bottom here. And if you want that invisible, I guess, effect, selfie stick effect, it's not 100% underwater, but it mostly works. Just make sure that the dive case is parallel, so it's not so it's not leaning that way or that way. It's completely in a straight line down the middle. I think that's pretty much as good as I could get for that one. And that's it. So I usually start recording before I go underwater, obviously. So you would just press the top button here and just check on the screen that it's recording. Then start diving, start swimming, and you will get some really amazing shots. If you're going anywhere on vacation that has clear water, buy the dive case, take it with you. If you're going on vacation and there's going to be a swimming pool, take the camera with you. Because even if you just have a pool, you can get some really awesome shots, some really fun. You can have fun with your kids, your friends. It really makes for some fun, interesting vacation videos. But I personally loved it when I could actually dive into the sea. Thankfully, I went on a couple of trips where the sea was crystal clear. filming the wildlife, filming the fishes, filming whatever's going on, and just seeing what life is like underwater. And Insta360 has gone some way to making sure underwater footage looks as good as possible. When you drag the videos that you shot underwater into the Insta360 studio, or if you upload them to the app and start playing them, then the software will detect that it's underwater and apply something called Aquavision, which is essentially a color correction. It basically improves the color, brightness, and tries to bring out more details for underwater shots. So you can see a few examples here. There are a few presets, and most of the time it does improve the quality of your underwater footage. Sometimes it can be a little bit intense, so you can reduce the intensity. But yeah, so there's been a lot of thought put into how to maximize the underwater footage you can shoot with this camera. So it really has to be said that the Insta360 X5 is the best camera for shooting underwater shots, not just 360 cameras, even though this is the only 360 camera with this kind of accessory that works perfectly underwater. Technically, the Insta360 range of cameras are waterproof without the use of a dive case, meaning you can have this underwater and it shouldn't break as long as all of the doors of the camera are properly sealed. That's never 100% because people have had their cameras broken putting them underwater. But in any case, you shouldn't be using it underwater anyway because of refraction, that is the light hitting the water and bouncing around. It basically interrupts the stitching, it makes your camera footage look blurry, and it just doesn't work. It just really is not much point in shooting underwater because most of the videos will not look good. It only looks as good as you're seeing right here if you use the dive case, the invisible dive case. Which has had a few iterations and is being perfected as time goes on. But as you can see here, I think it works pretty well. And I loved the footage that I got with this camera and this accessory. Now, for most of the shots you're seeing here, what I did is dragged the footage into the Insta360 studio and did some reframing. So probably know how that goes. Just select a keyframe, drag along, and at some point in the timeline, choose a different position. Do that again and again and again, and then the camera will follow the keyframes and move around as you told it to. So that's fine, you can do that. However, I do find that these kinds of movements look a little bit robotic, especially for these underwater shots, which I think should be a bit more fluid. So I took one of the videos and reframed using the phone app, using the viewfinder option, where you physically move your phone around as you record. You're basically shooting first, pointing later. Physically move your phone around like you're recording in the video itself, and that results in, I think, a more realistic or natural looking video. Can be a little bit tricky because you really have to move all the way around. You have to be able to spin around, or it's better doing it standing up so you can have the full rotation. But I think this kind of way of editing works better, but slightly lower quality because it's edited on a phone, and just a phone is not as powerful. So yeah, I really can't praise this accessory enough. It is a very, very good reason to get the Insta360 X5 if you are looking to shoot underwater shots at all, even if it's just in a swimming pool. I got some silly, crazy shots in there, but yeah, if you want even something a bit more serious, if you're a serious diver, snorkeler, then I would really would recommend the X5 and the invisible dive case. So that's it, guys. That is my review of the dive case and using the X5 for underwater shots. As you can tell, I really like it. If you have any questions about the X5, the dive case, let me know. Remember, I have a whole course on how to use your Insta360 X5, how to get the most out of it, how to get all these crazy shots, how to set up, shoot, and edit. If you're at all confused about how people get the amazing shots that you see on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, check out that course below. I still have a discount available for about 20 more people. So yeah, check it out. But until next time, guys, I'll see you around. Bye.